Hello, everyone. I hope all is well. Yes, I'm journeying to my workplace this morning, but I had some critical thoughts. Critical thoughts regarding artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is an application doing human work. All right. Work that would be done by humans are being conducted by an artificial system or code, or it could be any form of assistance that does the task normally done by humans. So I just wanted to simplify that. And within that task, though, we can do many things. We can write letters using AI, just give it a code, see something what you want, and it produces that. Now, what happens when it goes offline? A few days ago, I noticed OpenAI went down. It went offline. Individuals were frantic. They did not know what to do. Some individuals were saying, why do I pay money and not have the service? Obviously, it was mayhem in the field of online. Yes, everyone who wanted to send an email, who relied on this one single prompt, had problems. But for the critical thinkers, they went on with their work. And that is the point I want to make. Regardless of the technology you are using, you need to have the advanced skills to think. We need to understand the need to have our critical thoughts still. We have to engage socially with people. Hence, we can't rely on these algorithmic falsehoods sometimes that comes out of these systems. Another thing that I noticed is the over reliance on these tools, and Jamaicans, Caribbean people, and wherever you are in the United States, be careful of the over reliant use of these technologies. I see where people saying, I'm going to use it to summarize a document. Now, if you look at that summary will leave vital information out. It has done that in the past. I consistently use it to do the summary and then to evaluate the summary. And in all cases, the summary omits important information that I want to have. So it tells me, yes, you're using it, but you have to understand there's a human element. I have seen people saying, what happens to me? Will my work become irrelevant? Because I'm using all these systems. And I'm saying to myself, your work is even more relevant now because you have to check the system. You can't just leave it up to the system to write an email for you, because the system can go down. The system can produce information that is not correct, and we have to understand that. Without having that understanding, we are going to falter. So my issue is really telling people to use the technology in such a way that you are not over reliant on it. I normally use the technology and I can talk for roughly 10 minutes. I can do it. You see, I'm doing it now. And then I can see to the technology, clean it up. It's my thought. So I am every step of the way thinking critically about what I'm saying. And that's how we're going to use the technology. For example, a few days ago, I was exploring a historical article written by someone that I know. And of course, I looked at the article, had some good points. And of course, I wanted a summary of the content. And I asked for a summary of the content. And to be honest, it was roughly 5 or 6 times that I had to go back to the article and review it and say to myself, these elements are missing. It consistently missed several key factors in that article. And that's a historical article. What if we use these instruments to produce our information all the time? Then we're going to evaluate things, yes, or we're going to miss out key and essential issues in our history. We have to understand that with using AI comes great responsibility. People talk about critical thinking, and this is where we have to understand that AI is not human. I've already done one on that. So as we navigate the world and we say we're using it to summarize, we're using it to write, what if it goes down? How will we manage? Will the student of tomorrow say, I could not do my homework because AI was down? it was once a dog ate my own work, right? Now, will they say that AI was down, I could not do that work? Or the tutor will say AI was down, I could not give you feedback. Or the system was down. The system is down has become a common framework, right? When people do not want to process certain things, they say the system was down. And I can see the future saying, yes, the system was down and the AI system was down, hence we could not do these tasks. So I'm saying to you, as you navigate the world, think carefully about the critical skills that you need to develop as it relates to thinking and continuing developing that brain of yours. That's going to be important. It makes no sense in developing these technologies that other people use the data that you put in against you eventually when it goes down. So it's important that you develop the aspect of understanding the limitations of these technologies and understanding there's a critical need for individuals, not to mention the ethics. I've spoken so many times about the need to have responsible government policies being implemented for AI. In the United States, they have left the technology companies to run wild. In Jamaica, I know there are emerging trends to ensure that we shore up some of these things. In the Caribbean also, Trinidad and Tobago, they're thinking of that. Barbados, they all are working towards improving these aspects. So as we look around, we need to navigate the terrain of artificial intelligence, but understand that it is possible that AI can go down, as seen in several situations where people are unable to do their work because of one of these instruments being down. What were they doing before? That's what you have to ask. Were they able to navigate the world? And how were they able to navigate the world? Or they're trying to increase their productivity and at the same time they realize that what they told their boss they could do, now they can't do it because ChatGPT is down. And as I wrap up this section, I think it's important to understand that I'm not knocking these technologies or these systems. But what I'm saying is you have to develop your critical skills still, as well as learn to use these tools. For everyone listening, you need to know about artificial intelligence. If you don't know, join this channel to learn more. Every day I produce some information, share some items with you, so you have a deeper understanding on what's happening and what's coming. Everything is going to be set up in the future to rely on this form of technology. But I wanted to say to you, for many individuals listening, COVID came, it changed the landscape of many things, how we did work, how we communicated with people. And this is what AI is going to do. It's going to change a lot of things. And as it's changing these things, we have to make sure we understand the change to navigate the world. All right? So just remember, continue to write. I love writing. I still write. I still ensure that I engage critically. I engage in these items to keep the brain moving, as well as allow time for my critical thoughts to flourish. I don't rely heavily on AI, but I do use it for my own benefits. What I'm saying to you at this point in time, develop a few skills here so you can navigate the world. And that's all for now. Remember to subscribe.